A very good morning. I am Manjunath SG, working as assistant professor in BGMIT Mudo. Today we are going to discuss on the hardware layout of Raspberry Pi, how one can configure Raspberry Pi, and a very brief about programming using Raspberry Pi board with Python language. Hardware layout. The Raspberry Pi device looks like a motherboard with the mounted chips as well as ports. It has all the components one need to connect input, output as well as storage devices and start computing or performing computational task. The Raspberry Pi has two models, Model A and Model B. Between Model A and Model B, the real differences are only with respect to addition of Ethernet and an extra USB port on the more expensive Model B, whereas Model A is not having Ethernet as well as USB port. It is having only one, whereas Model B is having two USB ports as well as it includes Ethernet. The various components are associated with Raspberry Pi board. We will discuss one by one. First one is ARM CPU or GPU. This is a Broadcom BCM 2835 system on chip that's made up of an ARM central processing unit and a video core 4 graphics processing unit. The CPU handles all the computations that make a computer work, like taking input, doing calculations as well as giving output, whereas GPU, that is general processing unit, handles graphics related computations as well as outputs related to graphics. The general purpose input output pins, these are exposed for general purpose input output connection points that will allow the real hardware hobbyist the opportunity to tinker. RCA jack allows connection of analog TVs and other similar output devices. Audio out is a standard like 3.55 millimeter jack for connection of audio output devices such as headphones as well as speakers. There is no audio input. LEDs, light emitting diodes for all of our indicator light needs. USB is the common connection port for peripheral devices of all types. Model A has one USB, where Model B is having two USBs, and as we have stated, this is the only difference between Model A and Model B. Along with one increase of USB board, in Model B we have included Ethernet too. We can also use a USB hub to expand the number of ports or plug our mouse into our keyboard if it has its own USB port. HDMI connector allows us to hook up a high definition television or other compatible devices using an HDMI cable. Power, this is a 5 volt micro USB power connector into which we can plug our compatible power supply. SD card slot is a full sized SD card slot. An SD card with an operating system installed is required for booting the device. They are available for purchase from the manufacturers, but one can also download an OS and save it to the card ourselves if we have Linux machine Linux. Ethernet, This connector allows for wired network access and is only available on the Model B. Schematics for the Raspberry Pi datasheets BCM2835 are available with Broadcom processor used in Raspberry Pi 1 and 0. BCM2836 is used in Raspberry Pi 2. BCM2837 is used in Raspberry Pi 3 as well as later versions of Raspberry Pi 2. BCM2837B0 Broadcom processor is used in Raspberry Pi 3B Plus and 3A Plus. BCM2711 Broadcom processor is used in Raspberry Pi 4B. BCM2711 Broadcom processor is used in Raspberry Pi 4B. SPI boot EEPROM is used in Raspberry Pi 4B. Boot modes, a description of available BCM2835/6/7 boot modes. It also provides mechanical drawings. SPI on the Raspberry Pi. DPI, that is parallel or RGB display, is available on the Raspberry Pi. Peripheral addresses, how one can access peripheral addresses using the BCM host helpers can be explained. Standard conformity documentation is available for various standard bodies. The foundation also picked up a chip with ARM architecture for this reason. The chip is having 256 MB of RAM that runs at the speed of 700 MHz and it includes 1080p capable graphics processing unit. Also, there are other ARM chips available. The group chose a Broadcom chip in a part because of Eben Upton's relationship with the company. As we have studied operating system in our previous video, in this video we are listing out various operating systems available with Raspberry Pi. Raspbian has been the most popular among the operating systems due to the boost provided by the Raspberry Pi Foundation. We have discussed these two operating systems in our earlier video, that is, one is Raspbian and another one is Debian. Whereas Debian is based on Linux operating system that is easily available at the Foundation website. And some of the popular operating systems are Raspbian, CentOS, Fedora, Ubuntu, Linux, Ubuntu Core, Windows 10 IoT Core, RISC OS, Slackware, Debian, Arch Linux and many more actually. A below table gives a detailed picture of available or suitable list of operating systems with respect to Raspberry Pi board, and it is self-explanatory. Now we have studied like what is Raspberry Pi, what are advantages, disadvantages, hardware components associated with Raspberry Pi, how we can do connection with Raspberry Pi. The main thing is, first one should know how to configure Raspberry Pi. This section gives a detailed description of how we can configure Raspberry Pi. First and foremost, we need to gather materials which helps us to configure Raspberry Pi. After that, we need to understand power supply with micro USB cable to power the Pi, and also we need a 4 GB SD card, and for most of the application it may not be required. As per your applications you can choose SD card. Afterwards we required USB Wi-Fi dongle. There are many of these that are Pi compatible on the market, means you will get in market which are compatible with Raspberry Pi module. After that, Ethernet cable is required to go into our home router. An HDMI monitor with HDMI cable, keyboard and some sort of Ethernet router is required. After that, once you collect all these materials, download Raspbian. As we have stated, this is the most popular operating system because a foundation itself provides booting for Raspbian. We can download Raspbian operating system from http://www.raspberrypi.org/downloads. This is a official website to download your package. After that, double click and download .zip. After whatever download you have done through official website, double click on that, you will get .dmg file, and whatever procedure I am explaining, these are with respect to Mac OS, and also in other operating systems also these instructions are applicable. After that, initialize SD card using disk utility. And the format of that is MS-DOS FAT. Format the SD card. It will only take few seconds. Quit disk utility once you have done with format. After that, you copy the Raspbian image into your SD card. To do so, one should open the terminal on the Mac, which will be in our applications folder. Terminal provides a command line for controlling the underlying Unix operating system on Mac OS X. After that, enter disutil list command. Once you enter or press enter button after entering disutil space list command, it will list all the mounted drives on your device. It will list drives with different partitions. Find the information pertaining to newly formatted SD card that is related to our Raspberry Pi. In Mac OS X, it is named as /device/disk1s1. The name of this may be different in your computer. After that, unmount by entering command sudo disutil unmount /device/disk1s1. This command is again with respect to Mac OS, maybe with respect to other operating system this may differ. The command while entering, we use a sudo command that stands for super user. Only super user is having option to perform these commands on terminal. These are commands that can cause havoc if misused. Hence, we will give only authority to the super user. and super user needs to remember password because it will ask password. It shows a message that our SD card has been unmounted. Its disk image will disappear from the desktop. After that, enter following command like sudo dd bs equal to 1m if equal to downloads 2014-17 vz raspbian, what it is shown here. The file name or path of our vz raspbian dot image might be different in your case, so please change accordingly while performing above command. Terminal will ask for admin password. As we have stated, it is performed only by super user. Then one has to wait. After you enter password, you need to wait for long time because there is no feedback that gives us information like copy is happening. Normally we will see these messages in Windows with respect to installation of Windows operating system, whereas while configuring or we will not find any such messages, hence we need to wait minimum 30 to 45 minutes to get working board. dd command copy the disk image and do necessary conversions. When the process is done, terminal will show how many bytes were transferred to the SD card. Once you come to know that a complete transformation took place, eject the or remove the newly inserted SD card, which will be now mounted on computer and be titled something like boot. After that, Raspberry Pi is ready to use for your further process. So following slides give another way of configuring Raspberry Pi board. Raspi_config file normally is a configuration tool in Raspbian which allows you to easily enable features such as camera and change your specific settings such as keyboard layout. Config.txt helps us to configure Raspberry Pi file according to the settings which we do in Raspi config. TCP/IP networking, as the name itself indicates, it helps us to configure the TCP/IP network stack on the Raspberry Pi board. Configuring our Raspberry Pi to connect to a wireless network using the Raspberry Pi 4, Raspberry Pi 3 or Pi 0Ws. Inbuilt wireless connectivity is there, or we can use USB wireless dongle. Wireless access point. Configure our Raspberry Pi as a wireless access point using Raspberry Pi 4 or Raspberry Pi 3 or Raspberry Pi 0W's inbuilt wireless connectivity, or we can use same USB wireless dongle. Using a proxy, setting up our Raspberry Pi to access the internet via proxy server. Setting up our HDMI device, which includes custom settings. Setting up our display device resolution, frequency and orientation using graphical editor, that is with respect to screen configuration editor. Audio config, which helps us to switch audio output between HDMI and 3.5 mm jack. Camera config, install and set up the Raspberry Pi camera board. External storage configuration, we can mount and set up external storage on a Raspberry Pi board. Set up Raspberry Pi to work in our local language and time zone using localization. device trees, overlays and parameters. That will be done with the help of device trees configuration file. Kernel command line helps us to set options in the kernel command line. ERT configuration helps us to set up the onboard ERTs. Firmware wearing icons. This gives description of warning icons displayed if the firmware detects any issues. LED warning flash codes. Again, it gives us description of LED warning flashes that are shown if a Raspberry Pi fails to boot or it has shut down. Securing our Raspberry Pi. Some basic device for making our Raspberry Pi more secure. Means we need to use security related to our Raspberry Pi. Screensaver. Configuring the screensaver and screen blanking. Network file system helps us to set up NFS and connect clients to server or to the file system. The below mentioned links gives a detailed information about programs related to temperature monitoring, temperature sensor, as well as how to connect Raspberry Pi via SSH, how one can access a Raspberry Pi board remotely. So please go through these documents. In my next video, I will cover all these points in detail. Thank you for watching video.